Hello my dear students, welcome to the antihistaminic chapter series, and today in part 3 we are seeing the classification of first generation H1 receptor antagonist. As I told you in the last lecture that H1 antagonists, they are further classified in three ways: first generation, second generation and third generation. So in today's discussion we are seeing first generation drugs. They are the older drugs and still they are mostly used into the cough syrup preparation like diphenhydramine, bromophendietramine, chloramphenicramine, etc. etc. And one of the major drawback of such kind of drugs are sedation. So we are seeing their classification, especially of first generation drugs. So these are the several 5 to 6 categories, but it is quite easy to remember that one. I'll tell you how to remember this first generation drug. So almost all the drugs, they contain this dimethylamine followed by ethylene linkage, and here you can see either oxygen, nitrogen and carbon, and this is AR2 and this is AR1. This phenyl ring is called as AR2 and this is called as AR1, aromatic ring 1. So AR2 could be the heterocyclic ring and AR1 is necessary to be a phenyl ring. So in this way it is quite easy to remember the structure. Now based upon this heteroatom, these compounds are further classified. Right now in this series this heteroatom is oxygen, and hence you can call this as amino alkyl and oxygen is for ether. So that's why this series is called as amino alkyl ether. And in your syllabus they have mentioned that you should focus on the second generation. So just we are seeing the two drugs from each category. So here in amino alkyl ether, in this way the name itself indicate that amino alkyl ether. So this is amino alkyl and this is ether, amino alkyl ether. An example is a diphenhydramine. Compound itself is saying that it contains the two phenyl. This is the first phenyl, this is second phenyl. That's why name is called the diphenhydramine. This is a bromodiphenhydramine. Okay, it is saying that yes, I am very similar. I contain bromo. Okay, this is a diphen and name of compound is a hydramine, bromodiphenhydramine. So this compound bromodiphenhydramine is very similar to diphenhydramine, only difference of bromo. And even you can easily click out with name bromodiphenhydramine. So in this way you can remember the amino alkyl ether class. Now next, here now heteroatom in the in amino alkyl ether heteroatom was oxygen. Right now heteroatom is a nitrogen, and hence the name of this class is called as a ethylene, and these are the two nitrogen, and hence the name is ethylene diamine. Okay, now the first compound is a pyrilamine. So pyrilamine is saying that pyri for pyridine. Okay, so in this way it is suggesting hint about the AR2. AR2 is pyridine, and here you have to remember this substitution. Okay, pyrilamine. And in thonsilamine it is very similar to pyrilamine, only it contains the pyrimidine and pyrilamine contain the pyridine. Okay, this is change. So in this way you have to remember the two structure. First is the pyrilamine and second is the thonsilamine, and the side chain which is present here is ethylene diamine. Okay, the next is now here heteroatom is a carbon. Okay, in the first heteroatom was oxygen. Okay, and you can see in first side chain heteroatom was oxygen, in second heteroatom was nitrogen, and in this series heteroatom is, rather than heteroatom I can say that it is a carbon. Okay, it is carbon, you can see over here, and hence the name of this side chain is propylamine. Okay, now the name of first compound is a phenyramine, because it contains the one of the famous drug which is used in cough syrup is a phenyramine. It contains pyridine, phenyramine. The name of this compound is chlorpheniramine. because here chloro is there, chlorpheniramine. The name of this compound is bromophenramine because the bromo is there. And these are three well-known drugs utilized for the cough preparation: pheniramine, chlorpheniramine, and bromophenramine. And it contains the side chain propylamine. Now we are seeing the piperazine derivatives. So what here they did, in all the previous compound, you'll see that ethylene linkage was there, okay. Here what they did, they cyclized ethylene linkage, okay, and that result into the formation of new ring, and it is called the piperazine ring. Here you can see this piperazine ring. And the name of this compound is cyclizine. Why it is the name cyclizine is given? Because here they have cyclized this one, and hence name is called cyclizine. And here you can say the chlorcyclizine, okay, because additionally chloro group is there. So hope that in this you'll remember this 4 to 5 categories.